Okay, let's see if I've got this all working. Yeah, I'm here now, Lexi. Patience. Can you hear me? Let's see if I've got this all working. Yeah, I'm here now, Lexi. Patience. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lexi? Have I got this working? Hopefully it was working when I was testing it earlier. Can you hear me, Lexi? Have I got this working? Okay, I'm going to assume it's working, unless anybody tells me otherwise. Yeah, you can hear me, excellent. Hopefully it was working when I was testing it earlier. Okay, so this is a game called The it's quite a what is there? Okay, is there a repeat? So, can't see. This is a game. Any reason why there would be a repeat? It's quite a Okay. Let me know if it gets silly. There shouldn't be a repeat. But yeah, let me know if it gets silly. Okay, so this is a game called The Forgotten City, which just came out. And let me know if it gets silly. Is it a repeat of my voice or the background music? So Forgotten City just came out. Apparently it is a like you're streaming it yourself. Right. Okay, hang on. There we go. Yes, it was open on the page. It showed me the YouTube chat. That's what it was. Okay. Right, where were we? Thank you. Yes, it was a YouTube window. Okay, so Forgotten City. This is a game which just came out last couple of days. I believe it is a standalone version of a mod made for an old game. I think Elder Scrolls or something. Someone made a mod which had this whole story in it, and they've since made it as a standalone game. And that's what we're going to be playing. So I haven't actually played this yet. All I've done is installed it and set it up. So now I don't know how long this is going to take. There is yeah, there is like this little note here saying not to show anything beyond the white hallway, so I guess we will figure that out when we come along. But anyway, let's crack on. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Your support allows us. History adventure, multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation, exploration, but not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. Okay.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change.
Okay.
So, wanna tell me who you are?
Okay. Select your body type. Oh, okay, so it basically controls my hands. Let's go with those. Oof. Go those, and my name. Yep. Come on.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Hey, Schlobby. Okay, what's the last thing I remember? I was okay, so this gives me, depending on what I choose, I get some sort of bonus. So I was searching for ancient ruins. Gives me occasional insights into the ancient world. As a soldier, I get a gun, but only 10 bullets. I was on the run from the law, which gives me speed increase, or amnesiac, gives me more health, I guess. I'm going to be an archaeologist.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse.
Well, you can't have been that worried if you didn't go looking.
But he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no
okay.
way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Well, that would probably be helpful. Mind if I ask some questions first?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
You can't just go sending me off into the ruins without giving me a say in it. Okay, what can you tell me about the ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al.
Seems like the start of a murder-kill movie, Lexi. Yeah, I think there's definitely stuff happening. I'm gonna die, quite possibly. Okay, what's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Okay, you're not even going to tell me your name?
I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
I'd really like to know. Why don't you want to tell me, or I don't care? I'd really like to know.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Okay. All those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Ugh. God. Who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him.
Are you trying to set me up? Okay, where are
You
we?
really don't remember? We're in Italy. This
Oh.
river is the Tiber.
Okay. Have you tried
What am
calling
I,
for
an
help?
idiot? You can hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay. Maybe I'm just going to jump right back in the river if you're going to be like that. That's all the questions I had.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'm going in for the process artifact. If I pass, she's going to give me a whole load more sob story. So, well, I'm an archaeologist, so I'm going in for the process artifacts, but I'll keep an
My
eye out
hero.
for him.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What's that? A torch. Lovely. I can do some damage with that, I'm guessing. Yes. Yes, she is rude. Okay. Right, so I guess... oh, okay. First thing we're going to do is change the vertical look. No. That didn't work. Oh, that's for the mouse. Vertical look. That's better. Okay. So yes, I have people watching on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you hear me answering a question and it doesn't seem to make any sense, well, that's why. Okay, so yeah, you just stay there, Karen. Don't, just let the bloke you just dragged out of the river go and do all the hard work. Okay, so stranger danger, yes. I think the general consensus is she is rude and definitely a Karen. Okay, so we are going into the ruins. So we are looking for Al. Okay, there's lots of water. Okay, so the game is basically a mystery game. I am shortly going to find myself in ancient Rome, I think, and I have to solve a mystery. Okay, so this is the very beginning of the game, and we are on our way to finding out the mystery. So this is a backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets, nothing valuable. It seems strange that Al left it behind. Okay, and what's this note?
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground.
Cool.
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds?
I'm going to go with no.
Seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning.
Okay.
Al Worth.
Oh, hello, what's happening here? Oh! Whoopsie. Oh, Oh dear, that... Okay. Right, well, I appear to now be underground. Okay. So, let's go find this secret city. Is there anything around here to pick up? Anything... Any hidden treasure or anything? It's not looking... No, just lots of rubble and stuff. Okay. Let's head out here then. Ah. Roman graffiti. Always remember they're watching. Interesting. And I can translate stuff because I'm an archaeologist, of course. Okay. Lots of gold statues. Oh. I can hear something in the background. Lots of... All these statues look like they are... They look defensive. These aren't normal statues. Okay. This... I think we can see what's going on here. Yeah, these don't look like normal statues. Oh, nice mosaic. Okay. More statues. Oh, now that's interesting. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? And also, why would somebody make a statue of it? I don't think that's a statue. Yeah, these aren't statues, are they? Okay. Yeah. Okay, well this this lost city, I don't think people are still alive. I think they are all deaded. Yeah. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. Oh, what's that noise? Sounds like maybe a squeaking gate or something. Okay. With some aqueducts. Okay. What's he looking at? Don't know. Who's whispering? And why do you want to know why I'm here? Da, 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 da. Huh. That does not look like a Roman legionnaire. A golden statue of an older man wearing modern clothing. That must be Al, but how is that possible? I guess we are going to find out.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse. She'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past.
Okay.
I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right, and I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Oh no, we're going to the portal. We are so going to the portal. Another statue. State of panic. Okay, we are going up the stairs. No, we're not going up there. We're going to go down here. Oh, more freaky voices. And okay, who lit the candle? A Roman man on his knees as if begging his gods for mercy. Yeah, who lit all these flames? That's what I want to know. Okay, the whispering voices aren't at all freaky. Yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure I'm doomed because that's not normal. That's not normal. Hey, Stargate! I've crossed the event horizon and travelled through a Stargate. Hey, Shayna! Yes, I've taken a brief sabbatical off of the social medias. Needed a bit of time off the social media, so I have been a little bit quiet, but not here. So, figure out how to return to your original time. Well, yeah. This is not where I left.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Hi, Galerius.
Tell me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina.
Of who now? Okay, I'm Dax. I've just come from the future. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Wait, are you speaking English? Shrine of Proserpina. And I'm Dax and I got lost. Well, I mean, I am Dax and I did get lost, but why does he seem to be speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there, changing the subject like that. Nice try.
Yes,
Well, ask
that's
again.
what I was doing.
Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
Okay, Shrine of Proserpina.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime. You're not from around here, are you?
No, I am
And
not
you've
from around
just done
here.
it again. You're a sly one, aren't you?
Yes, I
One
am.
more
Yeah.
time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
I got lost.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen,
no?
most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one.
Okay,
So let me make this nice and simple for you.
okay.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your
Not
laws?
laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific.
Oh,
But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
I guess I'm
Follow
coming.
me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
when you first
Only
arrived.
23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Okay.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much
Hi
longer.
Aurelia, how you
Anyone who
doing?
helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics.
Wait,
I'd
there's
stay
another gold
clear of it
statue.
and her, if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say.
No, I
Down
think the
on your right
punishment
is our farm,
is
where I
picking
grow
up
all the food you'll ever
grains
want.
of rice.
As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Well, you're just a ray of
Don't mind
sunshine.
Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since. Well, if you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine
Okay.
of Apollo. Most of
More
us have
gold
almost nothing,
statues.
just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live.
Okay.
So don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
Okay.
What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius.
Hi,
Magistrate
Horatius.
Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this
I
about?
expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Oh, great, an election, that's just what we need. Alright, lead the way.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9.
Oh, that's
Didn't
lovely.
matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Okay. But well done for explaining where decimation comes from. Does mildly bug me when somebody says, oh yes, we've decimated their army, and they've like wiped it out, not just...
Summoned you.
Yes, please.
And I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous.
Why has it gone a bit funny on YouTube? 1 second. What's happening here? Yeah, I don't know why it's buffering. Come on, everything catch up. That's weird. Why is it not happy? Okay, hang on. I'm just going to stop and start the stream. See if that. Oh, and we seem to be back. Okay, right. Okay. Right, I think we're back, so let's carry on. Right, so a secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago. It's beautiful.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights.
Well, I'm here now, so...
Nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Can't say I have.
Nor could I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment, like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's
That's what
extraordinary
the Golden
that we've
Rule
survived
is.
as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
Oh, why is
All
that?
that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Okay, so if anybody sins, everybody dies. So let's figure this out. What counts as a
An
sin?
intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is
Okay.
only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper.
Okay. Makes sense to me, or I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from. I'm going to go with that one.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. we have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are
sick
starving, they are
burn.
given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Don't you practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
And don't your laws allow slave ownership?
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
And yes, don't your people watch blood sports for entertainment?
Occasionally. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory.
Yeah, almost
or
all.
condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Well, you do have the death penalty, so, you know. Don't women have fewer rights than men?
Course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Oh, you can get in the sea, mate. Persecute Christians.
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Okay. Where I'm from, we consider those things to be abhorrent.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have
Okay,
made my
fair point,
pronouncements
yes.
on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
There is lots of whispering. Okay, so what did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life.
Never heard of Proserpina, actually.
It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past.
Oh.
And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine,
Okay, so when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? No. No, matey, no, I do not. You're right, I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable.
Now, fathom it, buddy.
In your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
You'd all been turned into golden statues. Yep.
I have imagined it. Our downfall 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
Okay, so how does the ritual work? So I guess it's the going back in time ritual.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Oh, lovely.
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I don't know, maybe.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I think you're going to have to use it. So, yeah, I can't promise anything.
Thank you for your candor, I suppose.
You're welcome. Okay, why can't you investigate? Why does everybody want me to do everything, okay? Come on, why can't you investigate?
I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not really made any friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough.
Do you ever stare at a
Do you
problem
have any
so long
suspects?
that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If I do this, will you help me get back to my own
If
time?
I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent
Let's see.
the golden rule, I won't need to bring you
I'll
here.
remember that.
I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
I think so. Okay, that's all the questions I had,
Good. So, are you with me?
apparently.
Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Honestly, I think it's going to be Lexi. Okay, doesn't seem like I have much choice.
Suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in
Source of milk for
self-preservation.
table 1. Good point, I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I
Hey, Hannah.
authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave.
Normally I
Figure
do
out
skip
who the
through
culprit
dialogue.
is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Normally I do skip dialogue and just read it, but since I'm streaming I figured I will let the characters do the talking and then you don't have to listen to my voice all the time. I mean, I know I do have the sexy British accent, but let's face it, his voice is way better than mine, so... Alright, I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing.
Of course.
If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Okay, bye bye, Senatus, bye bye. Right, so. So this is my quests. That's my inventory. I have a denarius and a flashlight. And I need to go find out what's distressing Lucretia. So presumably I can run around. Am I going to die if I go jumping off here? Oof. Okay, nope, not going to die. Oh. Look at this show off down here. Oi, you.
What were you two talking about?
Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
We weren't talking about the
What
election.
else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, That you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory? You'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I don't care about the election.
Good. Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Oh, so I understand everything else except the swear words. Okay. Thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be going now. Oh, there's some more graffiti over here. Sentius and Malleolus, same excrement, different smell. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Politicians are all the same. Okay.
On your best behaviour, I trust.
Majestic?
Calm down. Right, who are you?
A new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the
Oh,
pleasure of
you're
this?
Equitia. What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from.
Communication
I suppose
is
it's
good.
quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
So you're a Vestal priestess then, got it.
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like.
I
It'll be
like
a
you, Equitia.
refreshing change.
Okay, what do you do here?
Put simply, I tend to the temples, ensure their sanctity is preserved.
Why?
Why? So that we continue to honor our gods, invite their blessings, and not bring their wrath down upon us, of course. It's vital that we keep them appeased and remain in their good graces.
Yes, let's all satisfy the magical sky fairies. How did you end up here?
I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious and sent me in here.
And nothing about that name seemed odd to you.
Well, now you come to mention it. I think I see where this is going.
Well then, have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
You're being a bit coy.
I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
Okay, who's Livia? What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern.
Bloodless
Yes, it
shadows,
could be
okay.
unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I'll be careful.
Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth and come back
Okay,
to
so I
it
need
and
to
discover
identify at
any
least
patterns.
3 common threads. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Do you know of a
I
way
don't, I'm
out of
afraid.
here?
It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way. Fine. Okay, what do you think
I'm
about the
quite sure
Golden
it's the work of
Rule?
the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Nope.
As you wish.
I'll be going
Come back to
now.
me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Alrighty. Okay, let's get to the doorway. And then we'll have been playing for about an hour, so I think that will be a good point to pause for the evening. Let's see. Okay. Another golden statue and statue of Apollo. A large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things. Okay, and Lucretia. Hey, Lucretia.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly."
Oh, he can
Anywhere
get in the
else,
sea
I'd
and all.
just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the Golden Rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without
There
breaking the
may
Golden
be
Rule,
chocolates
or why she cursed
scoffing
that snake's cruel
going
black
on.
eyes with her dying breath.
So now we'll never know who poisoned her or how they managed to do it without breaking the Golden Rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Yeah, how was somebody able to kill her without breaking the Golden Rule? Okay, is there something I can do to
Unless
help?
you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the Golden Rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay. I'll get right on it. I'll see what I can do. That's dangerous talk. I'll see what I can do. Okay, what's your
I'm
story?
Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Charming, but yeah, fair play. How did you end up
My
here?
husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else.
Did you come from
and
Pompeii?
leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
I'm sorry
It's
to
all
hear
right.
that.
Say what you will about this place, at least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Okay, why are you working out of a shrine?
This shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Okay, tell me more about Nevia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem. A real thorn in the paw situation.
Okay.
One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Oh, give him some ibuprofen. Go on.
He's become so irritable that the smallest thing set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I think getting into the
That
palace
would be wonderful. Thank
seems
you.
like a good
Let me
plan
know
at
how
this
you do.
point. Okay. Okay, so in the golden rule, need to figure out who is most likely to break it. Okay, so I think we're going to work on Dying Gasp, trying to persuade Decius to hand over this. No, sorry, we're going to work on Behind Closed Doors. Find a way into the palace. So, I think that will be our task for next time. I'm guessing that's the palace. That looks kind of palatial. So, okay. Right, well, that I think is as good a place to pause as any. So, thank you all for joining, and join me next Saturday as we continue to explore the Forgotten City. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. How do I get out? Save and quit. Okay, see you next Saturday for more game streaming, or Monday for the Monday Munch, where we will be discussing the safety stuff that I was going to do this week but didn't, so we will do that on Monday. Thank you and goodbye.